chat box. All right. So let's start tonight off. It is Tuesday. It is April 23rd. It's April 23rd. Wow. I feel like every time I get on the call, I'm like, it's already halfway through March. It's already halfway through April. Like, I feel like this year's flying by. Or does that just happen when you get older? Like, I feel like the older you get, the faster the year flies by, the faster the months fly by. I mean, granted, I'm all about the spring and summer life. I'm not bitching and complaining about that. So anyways, with that said, tonight I wanted to talk to you guys about inviting. I think this is, as everyone would say, it's your frog. It's a thing that people like to do the very least, or it's the hardest thing because you fear rejection, you fear looking like a salesman, you fear, like, we have all these fears behind why we don't invite, right? And the funny thing is, this is the one task, the one action that we can do every single day that could help build our business, meaning it could help us change other people's lives, right? But yet it's the thing that we do the least. Why does that make any sense? Well, for one, it's because we're holding ourselves back. But I want to talk to you guys about how we can get over this fear. Because let's be honest, we all became a Beachbody coach, and I was just talking to Jasmine about this. We all became a Beachbody coach for freedom, right? We either want more freedom financially where you're able to afford more things. You want to have freedom. You want to have that time freedom where you're able to be more present in your loved one's life, whether it's your significant other, your children, your friends, maybe travel across the country to go meet a friend that you haven't seen in a long time. Whatever it is, we want that freedom, or that freedom to have the stress away from a job. Because I want you guys to be a little bit engaging with me right now. How many of you currently or have had a job where you dread going to because the stress is just so draining on you, right? Like, you want to break free from that. And so no matter why you guys became a Beachbody coach, freedom is involved in that in some way, shape, or form. And how you're going to get that is progress in your business. And the first things first is you got to take care of yourself. Like on here, so you guys know I like to get detoured because I like to chat a lot and I get sidetracked and I'm like squirrel, and so I have my notes. But the first thing I said is you got to get your head in the game. And let's be real here. Like, mindset is everything. Because I guarantee it, if you got a case of the Mondays on a Monday and you're going into your workout, you're going to half-ass that workout, right? If you're in a bad mood, if, you got a call and something didn't go your way, or you forgot to pay a bill and so your internet shut off or whatever, you go into your workout and you're just pissed, right? You don't give it your all, right? Or is it just me? Everyone's looking at me like I'm talking silly. Okay, it's not just me. However, if it's like Friday and you're like, yeah, the weekend's coming, I'm so excited. I got plans with my best friend today. We're going to go get our toes done. Maybe Terry doesn't like to go get pedicures, but whatever Terry, maybe he does. Maybe he does. Okay. So it's Friday. You're excited for the weekend. You don't have to work for the next 2 days. You go into your workout and you're like, yeah, I totally killed my workout, right? It's because you got your head in the game. So here's the thing. In order to want to invite, in order to let go of that fear, you have to get your head in the game. And I know, you guys, I preach personal development until I'm blue in the face, but that is the one thing that is a resource that's going to help your mindset that you do on a daily. Now, here's the thing though, and I have to be very specific with this. You can't just listen or read personal development and expect it to make drastic changes in your life. You have to be willing to implement what you learned. Just like doing the 2B mindset or the ultimate fix portion control or any other meal plan, you can't just read that meal plan and expect all the veggies to show up on your plate, right? Like, you are the one that has to put in the work, chop the lettuce, chop the cucumbers, chop all that stuff and put it together. You can't expect something to work unless you're willing to put in the effort. In order for us to truly believe in ourselves, and I want you guys to bear with me, In order to truly believe in yourself, because true belief makes it easier to connect with other people, to show up, to invite. But true belief in yourself means you have to be working on yourself inside and out. You have to be showing up for you, most importantly. Because I don't care how long you've been a coach. I don't care how long you're going to be a coach, but you're always going to be the best challenger that you know. You're going to show up more than anybody else. Right? Because you need to take care of you. Just like when you're on an airplane and the flight attendant says, you need to put your mask on before you help someone else put their mask on. How can you help someone else with fitness, with nutrition, with personal growth if you're not taking care of you? And the thing of it is, when you guys take care of yourself, you feel good, right? Anybody with me? Like if you worked out today, you felt good. If you put good food in your body, you felt good. If you've been drinking your water, you felt good, right? Now let's talk about the days that you don't do that. Maybe you have a rest day, or maybe you went to a family barbecue and you ate all the foods and you're feeling lethargic and you're like, oh, I have gut rot, or like you just don't feel good. You feel blah and you're just like, I want to curl up under a blanket and like binge watch Game of Thrones or something, right? You just don't feel your greatest. Well, chances of you wanting to put yourself out there and show up in other people's lives, it's probably slim to none, right? But when you're feeling good, you're like, yeah, maybe not everyone's like me, but yeah, I'm feeling good. I could lip sync on my Instagram stories and do some dancing and stuff. You show up. Just like you show up to your significant other and your children. When you're taking care of yourself, you're more patient with them. You're more loving with them. You're more giving. You're more caring. You're more sympathetic. Because the truth is, when you're taking care of yourself, you're able to take care of other people. Now, we all know, and I know without a doubt, I can guarantee it, we all know what it's like to put everybody else first and put ourselves last, right? How many of you has put other people first, and you've vented, whined, complained, whatever, you vented to someone else and you're like, I'm completely drained because I'm pouring out of my cup to everyone. Yes, everyone I love, maybe it's my significant other, my kid, my family, my best friends, whatever. I'm giving, and I have nothing left at the end of the day for myself. Has anyone ever been there? Whether you love them or not, we've all poured out of our cup, right? Where here's the thing. What if we make our cup so full that it's completely overflowing, that it doesn't matter how much we give to other people because we're taking care of ourselves? And you guys, that is like, if anything, if this call doesn't lead you to inviting, I want it lead you to take care of yourself every single day. Because you cannot pour from an empty cup. And there's going to be people out there that are going to pop holes in your cup. Intentionally or not. Your cup is going to get popped holes in. So if you are taking care of yourself, chances of you handling yourself better and handling horrible situations and tough predicaments and, all this stuff, you can handle it better because you're fueling yourself up. Fueling. Why does that all just sound weird to me? Anyways, I have a scratchy throat, so I'm drinking tea. Bear with me on that. Okay. So you have to get your head in the game. In order to believe in yourself, you have to be working on yourself. And you have to believe in Beachbody in the community. It's hard to talk about something and get people to join something that you don't truly believe in, right? Like I could never be a Jamboree consultant. For those of you that don't know what Jamboree is, it's these stickers that you stick on your fingernails. I could never do that because I like to go to the nail salon and get pampered. I like them to massage my hands. I like the olive oil they put on me. I like all that stuff. I don't like having to sit there with a blow dryer and put some pretties on my fingernails and wait. I'm not a patient person. I'm not patient. I would get annoyed. I'd rip it off. Like, to me, getting nails done, you're supposed to be, chilling, relaxing. I just got the Fresh Prince theme song stuck in my head, chilling, relaxing, shooting some b-ball outside of school. See, I'm getting sidetracked. Okay. But I believe in Beachbody. I believe in Beachbody because of what it has done for me personally. Because of what it has allowed me to do as a mom, what it has allowed me to do as a daughter. You guys, I don't know if you guys know this or if I've ever talked about it. So my mom used to work for this company called the Everett Herald. It was a newspaper. She worked there for like 18 years. Well, the entire plant closed down and my mom was out of a job. My mom moved in with me. It was 2 months after I quit my job as a office manager and I was a full-time coach. And I was able to physically, emotionally, and financially take care of my own mom for 2 years because of this company. You know, what would have happened to my own mom if I wasn't in that place? You know, as I'm talking to you guys, I'm like, wow, I've never talked about this, probably because it's a part of someone else's story. But I'm sharing that with you guys now because I believe in this company like crazy. I believe in the fact that it promotes, like, what other company do you guys know out there that promotes self-growth, right? They want you to better yourself. They want you to love yourself and be confident with who you are. Strengthen that part of you, right? So you have to believe in Beachbody as a whole. The products, if you believe in the products, that means you're actually using them. Whether it's yoga retreat or lift 4, 80-day obsession or whatever, when you're sticking to it, you're seeing progress. You're feeling good. You're seeing changes in your body. You're seeing changes in your confidence. You believe in that. In the community. You guys, you obviously believe in the community if you're showing up on a Tuesday night team call. We all have lives. We all have shows we'd rather be watching. We all have stuff we could be doing. But because we believe in this community and we want to be a part of something like this, we show up. So when you're thinking about inviting or connecting or talking or sharing or all that stuff, think about all the things that you believe in. Think about all the lives that this company, this team, these coaches have changed. Think about the medications people have been able to get off. Think about the people that are able to show up in their kids' life because they're energetically able to do it now. Think about moms being able or dads being able to take time off work to go and take their kids on vacation because they're financially able to. Like, there's so many different beautiful parts of this company and this business, this opportunity that sometimes I think we don't think about because maybe we're not there yet. My next point. And the good thing Gage has his headphones on because I'm gonna get colorful here. Show the fuck up. Okay. I repeat, show the fuck up. Did you hear me in the back? I just talked about, you have to be working on yourself. And that's great. I want you guys all working on yourself, but how is anyone going to know that you're actually working on yourself if you're not showing up on social media? And I understand not everybody needs to do workout videos. I get it. That's not everyone's jam. Not everybody needs to do lip sync videos. I get it. That's not everyone's jam. Do what works for you. If it's just a post of your after workout or maybe your sweaty mat or the weights that you just lifted or you and your kid or whatever, show up. Oh,
sorry.
Terry. Share your journey, whatever it is you're going through. If you are going through a struggle, share it. If for some reason you can't work out right now, like I'm going to call out my bud Terry here. Terry is having, I love you dearly, bud. So Terry has to have surgery. Monday, Terry has to have surgery Monday, and his recovery is 16 weeks. Am I right? 6 weeks. I'm reading your lips right now because you're muted. That's how talented I am right now. Okay, so he has to have surgery, right? This is common. This happens to a lot of people. Whether you're injured, you have an injury, injured and injuries. You had surgery, you're sick, whatever. There's still parts of your story that you can share, right? And I know personally that Terry has raved about Bridget and her nutritious meals and all this stuff. And I'm like, well, that's part of your story that you can share, right? If you're unable to physically work out right now, you can still share how you are controlling your health with the foods that you're putting in your body, right? We can all do that. You share your struggles. If you had a hard time working out today, share that. Because you guys, here's the beauty of it. When other people are working out, whether they're your challengers or they're your followers or whatever, and they're having a really hard time getting through their workout, and they think, and maybe we've all been like this, because I know I have, you think you're the only one struggling through that workout. But when they look at Instagram or they look at Facebook or they check in the challenge groups and they're like, wow, Brandy had a hard time showing up today too. Oh my gosh, I'm not the only one. It makes them feel human, right? It makes them feel not alone. So when you paint this picture of perfection on social media, people think it's really hard to obtain a life like that. You make it look difficult. Was that your purpose to become a Beachbody coach, is because you wanted to make getting healthy, getting stronger, being a part of a community look hard? No, you don't want it to make it look hard. You don't want it to make it look unattainable. You know, we all have our struggles, whether we're having a case of the Mondays or, sorry, Terry, earmuffs, it's that time of the month, or we got in a fight with someone that we love, or whatever it is. We all have our struggles where we have a hard time, or we've been binging on the wrong foods, or we fell off our meal plan, or whatever. But if you don't show up and share that, people cannot relate to you, and then it makes them feel alone when they're going through that struggle. Also, share your triumphs. And I'm not talking about like, oh, I earned $1,000 this month, or, oh, I finally lost 100 pounds. Share your small successes with people, with your social media world. Share your small successes, because people can relate to losing 5 pounds more than they could relate to losing 50 pounds. So don't wait until you've reached your initial goal to share your triumphs. And people love applauding you. I think it was Dana. It was someone the other day. I was scrolling social media. I know, shame on me for scrolling social media. But someone posted a quote that said, the people that I don't know support me the most, or something. Was that you, Dana? It was a beautiful quote. I was like, yes, like people that just follow you and show up on your Instagram or your Facebook, they love supporting you. They love double tapping or commenting or whatever. So if you're out there and you're like, you guys, I've been struggling really hard to lose 2 pounds, and I got my nutrition dialed in and I finally was able to lose 2 pounds. Like, everyone would be like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? Because I want to do that, right? Because they think that's attainable. I can lose 2 pounds. I can lose 5 pounds. But if you're like, you know what, I finally hit the 75-pound mark, which is phenomenal, which is great. But then in their mind, if they have that much to lose, because I remember having over 100 pounds to lose. And at the beginning, I was like, I looked at it as a whole, and I'm like, that's really hard to obtain. So we want to make sure that people can relate to those things. So share the good, the bad, the ugly, the beautiful. Share that you're a coach. I don't want you to say, I'm a Beachbody coach. Sign up with me. Who has 2 thumbs up and is running a challenge group? This girl, don't do any of that. Oh my gosh, if I ever see that post after I just said it, don't do that. But share that you're a coach, because you want people to come to you instead of just be inspired by you to purchase something, right? I've had that happen my fair share of times, where I inspired someone to go purchase Piyo, or I inspired someone to go purchase Energize, because they had no idea I was a coach. They thought I was just showing up because I liked my lip sync dance videos on social media. So you talk about coaching. Share right now on Instagram. Take a photo and say, Tuesday night team calls with other badass people, or whatever. Like, every day you should be talking about the fact that you are a coach in some way, shape, or form. Share your challenge group. Share other coaches. Share you got to do this because you got a $40 paycheck and from coaching. Share there's all sorts of different ways that you can share the fact that you are a coach without just saying, I'm a Beachbody coach, I want you to buy from me, right? So talk about coaching daily in some way, shape, or form. And here's another big one. Talk about your goals, your dreams, and where you are headed. Because more often than not, people talk about where they've been. And here's the tricky thing, guys. Like attracts like, right? Like attracts like. You attract people similar to you, similarities, right? So if you only talk about where you've been, think about the people that you are going to attract. I used to be an excuse maker. I used to have no willpower. I used to not believe in myself. I used to be the biggest complainer and negative Nancy. Imagine if all I talked about was those 4 things, how different our team would be, right? Like, think on that for a second. Think about how you used to be before Beachbody, before personal development, before this community. If that's all you talked about, and if that's all I talked about, I would be draining myself every single day. So talk about your goals, your dreams, and where you're headed, because you're also going to attract the dreamers, the doers, the people that want to achieve something other than the life that they're living. You know, I'm reading this book, Relentless. Okay, pardon me for a second. I had no idea this book was about basketball. I am not a basketball fan. I love me some football and some baseball. I get it. And he's talking about Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. And I'm like, who? What? I mean, I know who Michael Jordan is. I'm not, you know, but he's talking about basketball. I mean, yes, it relates to business stuff too, but I was just like, what? But he talks a lot about like action oriented, and you have to be intentional, and you have to be willing to show up, and you have to have your mind set on goals or your dreams, and you have to think about them every single day. Otherwise the shit, and I've talked to you guys about this before, but otherwise the shit that you do on a daily basis will not be aligned with your goals and your dreams, right? You guys heard me talk about this before. Like, that's why it's very adamant for me in the morning to wake up and do my goals and do my affirmations and do my gratitude. But when I write my goals every single day, my actions that I partake throughout the day are aligned with what I'm doing. And so when you're sharing that, and you're sharing where you're headed, and you share that you want to get out of debt, and you share that you want to get healthy, and you share that you want to be a good role model when it comes to nutrition for your kids, and you share all this stuff, the people on your social media are like, oh my God, I didn't know that, but I wanted that too. I want to do that too. And then you can link arms and run together, right? Also, share about the community. Share about the community. And this part is huge, you guys. And I'm going to try not to get sentimental or mushy here. But support is everything. Support is everything. We all know what it's like to be in a dark place in our lives, whether we're financially stressed, we're dealing with a relationship issue, something's going on with our kid. Like there's somewhere in our life where we have been in our dark spot and we needed someone, right? We needed someone. And the thing is, there's a lot of people out there that have no one. And I think back to when I first attempted to get healthy, when I weighed 218 pounds before I even got pregnant with my son. And I did everything that I could to hide it from everybody, even Gage's father, who I was married to then. But I purchased Medifast, the Nutrisystem, Lipozene, some funky pills that came in a thing that were supposed to shrink your belly, all this stuff. I bought it all. And I didn't tell my mom. I didn't tell anyone. And when I was pissed off and struggling and wondering why nothing was working, and I was mad because I just wanted to feel better and all this stuff, like I just felt more and more shrunken into myself, and that the light at the end of the tunnel was getting further and further away. Now, there's people in our lives, either that we're already connected to or that they follow us or whatever, that struggle with bigger things that we could ever dream of. And they have no one. And when they see you showing up with a community, whether it's at your local Super Saturdays or getting together with other coaches or showing up on team calls or chatting about your challenge groups or showing up with like a Zoom or a FaceTime with one of your coaches or whatever, and you talk about the community and being a part of something bigger than yourself, people want that. Because it's scary. It's scary to show up, especially for your first couple times. It's scary to show up and have your face shown on a screen of people that you don't know, right? But I know for all of you seasoned coaches that have been on here a plethora of times, like that doesn't even faze you anymore, right? You're like, I love showing up. I love my Tuesday night calls because there's like, it's a judgment-free zone. We could say whatever. We could feel confident and supported and loved and encouraged, right? Don't we want other people to feel the same way? Don't we want other people around us to feel loved and supported and encouraged and feel free to say what is on their heart? So you talk about the community, you talk about what you're a part of, because that's a big missing key in a lot of people's lives, whether they're a part of Beachbody or not. Because I've met so many people that have done Beachbody programs or drank Shakeology that was never in a challenge group. Their coach never helped them in any way, shape, or form. And they've fallen off the wagon more times than they could count. And they felt alone. They felt like they were lost at sea, right? So just because they're doing a program doesn't mean they're getting happy, doesn't mean they're making success from it. Support is huge. We can't do life alone, you guys. So the next is connect daily. What I mean by this is, yes, we're showing up in our own lives. We're showing up to being the best challenger, working on ourselves physically, emotionally, all that jazz, nutritionally. But we also need to put ourselves out there. Yes, I know this can be scary for some, but I hope you don't mind me mentioning you, Jasmine, but me and Jasmine just had this conversation. Welcome, Jasmine. It's her first team call. So when you think about the people that you're helping, right, the people that this could impact, this post, this advice, whatever, when you think about them, it's easier to step out of your comfort zone and share the scary stuff, right? Instead, if we think about ourselves and we're like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be seen as this, and I'm scared of this, and someone's going to think this of me, or this, and this. It's harder to do when all we think about is ourselves, right? But if we think about others, how this could help them, how someone was once, or how something I once struggled with could help someone else currently struggling with that. When we think about helping someone else, it takes that fear away, right? It really does. It's easier to help others than it is to ourselves, right? We all know that. So you got to post engaging posts. Post something where you're going to get likes or comments. So I'm going to give you guys a little tip real quick. I recently started listening to this podcast. Of course, my podcast app needs to update. But she talks a lot about Instagram. Like it's all her jam. So those of you that love Instagram like I do, I suggest you listening to oh, here it goes. Goal Digger with, what's your name? Jenna Kutcher. But she talks a lot about how every one of your posts, wait for it, Terry, how every one of your posts needs to have a call to action. Meaning, like, if you post a quote, say double tap if you agree, or let's see those hands if you're working on yourself today, or show me your flexing arm if you worked out today, or whatever. Or like if you ask a question, like I've been recently sharing a lot of my meals and stuff, because I personally know that if I post more of my food online, I'll be less likely to eat the shit that I shouldn't be eating. Okay. That's my mindset. So like, I've been really big into sharing all the veggies and stuff. So the other day I said, I like this, and this in my eggs. What's your favorite veggie to add? So it's a way to engage with other people instead of being like, I'm creating a challenge group. Post your email below if you want to join. That's not what I'm talking about when I'm talking about call to action. I'm talking about anything. It could be like, I'm looking for a new pair of running shoes. What's your favorite brand? Share below. It could be something just like that. Or it's my kids' spring break. What are some great ideas I can do with my kids this weekend or this week? Anything. Get them to double tap or comment below. Like after every single one of your posts, that's the way that you build that engagement with people. And make sure you always comment back. When you comment back, they know that they actually mean something to you, that they're not just another comment or like on your list. It makes them feel good. It makes them feel seen, which is very important. Which also leads me to comment and respond to all of your comments and all of your new likes. If you have new followers, say, thank you so much for following my page. I truly appreciate the support. Are you currently on your journey? Or if someone likes one of your food posts, are you currently working on eating better too? I would love some of your favorite recipes. Or if it's a personal development book or a quote, are you on your self-love journey? Are you working on loving yourself more? Anything like that. But comment and respond to them. Build that engagement and that connection. Be intentional about adding new friends based on your brand. Now, this might be a little tricky to do at first. And if you guys need help with figuring out what your brand is, I have a spreadsheet. We'll just call it a spreadsheet. I have a spreadsheet, a Google Doc, whatever you guys want to call it, that helps you figure out what kind of people you attract or you should be focusing on. My brand is not going to be a 50-year-old muscle man that is in the fitness Olympics. I don't even know what it's called. Bikini Olympics. Guys don't do bikini Olympics. Fitness competition. You guys know what I'm saying. Like that is not my brand. That's not my brand. Terry, stop shaking your head at me. Just deal with it. You put up with me. I also can't attract an 18-year-old girl that's in high school that all she wants to do is go shopping and hang out with her friends. Yes, I love going shopping and hanging out with my friends, but I also have responsibilities and I also have other things. So you want to focus on your brand, because here's the thing. When we're posting on social media and we're trying to connect to everybody, right? Because we're like, oh, well, how can this transformation post or this after workout photo connect with the masses? When you do that, it goes past everybody's head because there's nothing specific enough to connect with anybody. But when you're talking to someone, like I will talk to moms, I will talk to women who struggle with body image issues. I will talk to women who struggle with Hashimoto's or hypothyroidism issues. I will talk to moms who have children that have scoliosis. I will talk to moms that struggle the same as I struggle. And guess what? Those are the people that are attracted. Those are the people that I relate to. Those are the people that I'm connecting with on a day-to-day basis because they are feeling every single one of my posts, right? So I know each and every single one of you, we all have similarities, but we're all so different, which is beautiful. But I know there's some people like on your Instagram that you just like everything hits you, right? You scroll and you're like, damn, that was like meant for me today, right? You guys feel you physically feel that. Well, that's what you need to do too. You need to be intentional about who you're reaching out to and what you're saying, because that matters. That makes all the difference. And you have to be intentional about setting time out of your day to go make new friends. Go make new friends. Get your ass on the playground, get on that ring around the rosy thing and go make new friends. Go make 5 new best friends. Okay? Easy peasy. Just like when we were in 3rd grade, we'd go to the playground, we'd have like 5 new besties, right? Terry, you did too. Don't even lie. So be intentional about adding to your network, growing your friends, and building those relationships. Merry-go-round. What did I call? Same thing. I don't know what I said. And build relationships. Nurture those relationships. Talk to them about the things that they've been posting. If they're a new person in your life that you've never connected with, scroll their Instagram and be like, okay, well, maybe you don't talk like me, but vaguely say, okay, I creeped your Instagram and noticed that you have 2 dogs too. What are their names? Oh my gosh, I seen you guys went on vacation. Where did you go to? Like, get to know them. If their shit is public, they want to be seen. So it's not going to be weird if you're looking at their photos from like 3 months ago. Okay, I promise you that. No one's going to be like, oh my God, you totally looked at my photo since like March. Build those relationships. Connect with them. Get to know them. And rekindle the relationships that you already have in your life. Okay. Last but not least, well, it's not last. I have one more thing after this, but this is big. Are you guys ready? Invite. That's it. That's all I'm going to say is invite. Capital letters, INVITE, invite. Invite. It's simple. There's no script that's going to help you ask someone to join you. There is nothing, no perfect answer, no perfect response, nothing sugar-coated, nothing with sprinkles on it that you can hand deliver to someone. If you aren't showing up, if you aren't being real, if you aren't sharing your struggles, if you aren't sharing your triumphs, if you're not being intentional about who you're connecting with, then inviting is not going to matter, even if you say all the right things. The reason people want to sign up with you as a coach is because they trust you. And they trust you because you're consistent. You're consistent with showing up. You're consistent with, even through your struggles, you still conquer, you still keep going. You're consistent with responding to messages. You're consistent on your social media. If you're going on a vacation or something, tell social media. You don't need to post all the time when you're on vacation or when you're having a date night or when you're having a weekend with your family. You don't need to post, but be like, hey, I'm doing this. I'm taking a hiatus. Don't, please, to God, don't say I'm taking a hiatus from social media for 6 months and then expect all your people to be like, oh, I missed you. Let's get going again. Because they're going to be like, well, where are you going to go if I need you the most? Right? Like, come on, don't do that. But you have to do these steps, which are really simple steps, you guys. Basically what you're doing is you're taking care of yourself and you're just showing up. You're sharing that with the world because you don't want other people to feel like you once felt, right? Point blank, right then and there. And the thing is, you have to know your value. Whether you signed up yesterday or 5 years ago, you are so valuable as a coach. Your heart, your soul, your mind, your guidance, you are so valuable. Even if you haven't reached your goal, even if you haven't made $1, you are extremely valuable, and you have to know that. You have to see that, and you have to believe it. Know the community's value. Challenge groups, our coach pages, these team calls, us together. You know, I love the Marco Polo app where you could video message people. Our community is so valuable. Being able to have someone by your side to help cheer you on, to support you, to encourage you, to pick you up when you fall, that's huge. And you have to know the value in that. And you have to know the value that we have to offer. Think about all the different ways Beachbody can change people's lives. Think about all the different ways. Not just your life, not just Jasmine's life or Tracy's life or Jill's life, but everybody's life. No matter what they're struggling with, no matter how great life is, life could always get a little bit better, right? So think about all those things. And last but not least, I want you guys to think about, and I'm not trying to end this on a sour note, but there's people out there right now that are really struggling. They're hurt, they're scared, they're sad, they're embarrassed, they're ashamed, they're unhealthy, they're overweight, they're broke. They feel alone. And they need every single one of you to show up, to grab some cojones, and get out there and connect with them. Because I'm sorry, maybe you guys are different, or maybe everyone else is different, but when I was in my darkest spot, there's no way in hell that I would have reached out to anybody. I would have needed someone to come to me and put that little candle, the carrot right here. I needed someone to dangle something in front of my face like, look what's possible. Look what you can achieve. Like I said, maybe you guys were different. Maybe in your dark spot, you're the one that needed to reach out. And that's okay. But not me. I needed someone to show up. And I guarantee you, there's a lot of people out there right now that need you to show up. They follow you on social media. They keep you in your close proximity. They love watching you or showing, like they love, Terry, you're distracting. You're saying Cadbury egg. They need you. Point blank, they need you. So let go of the fear. Let go of the discomfort. And think about all that you can help someone else gain by simply connecting with them. Okay? That's all I have to say. I'm going to open the chat box. I have never pampered myself getting my nails done, but Deborah, girlfriend, you definitely need to go get a pedicure. It's heaven. I'm telling you, girl, it's heaven. One day I will buy a Misfit mansion and it will have a full row of pamper or pedicure chairs and we can all just sit in there and relax and get pedicures. It'd be great. That's on my goal board now. Okay, does anyone have any questions regarding anything that we talked about? No questions. All right, does anyone want to share their favorite personal development book that helps them build confidence in that area or helps them get over fear? Girl, Stop Apologizing. That is a good book. I know Jasmine's reading it too. Yeah, it's a good book. How do you keep followers? I get them and they unfollow after a week and so engage with them. Well, two things. Realize that not everyone's going to relate to you, and that's going to be okay. And that if they unfollow you, that means they're not your tribe anyways. But engage with them. Like when they start following you, send them a message and be like, hey, I really appreciate the follow. I love the support. Are you currently on your own journey too? Or if you see them already working out, say, oh, how long have you been doing yoga for? Or, I see you do kickboxing. Make sure that you engage with your new followers because it's going to help them stay as a follower. Did that help, Jill? Okay. The branding spreadsheet you talked about, is that something you've shared somewhere? I will post it in the team page, Jamie. It will be the first file in the doc section after this call. You're welcome. Let's see. Braving the Wilderness. Yes. Anything by Brene Brown. Oh my gosh. Hold the phone. Who has Netflix? Everyone has to watch The Call to Courage. Terry and Bridget tonight, date night, get The Call to Courage. It's Brene Brown. It is fantastic, you guys. It is amazing. It makes me want to go see Brene Brown even more. I love that woman. Unfuck Yourself. Yes, that was an awesome book too. Girl Wash Your Face. Another one. 5-Second Rule is also a really good one. Does anyone use Teamzy? So Jen, I know that a while ago, a lot of our coaches used to use Teamzy. I don't really think, Dana, you used to use Teamzy, right?
Yeah, so I've always worked in a corporate world where I document stuff. I've always typed everything I've wanted to know. I'm a noter, a documenter. And so I was obsessed with Teamzy. I spent ridiculous amount of time on Teamzy trying to put in information about these people that I thought I had to know. And now I use a notebook and I just write everybody's name down, and then I have 3 different highlighters and I highlight them. One color for when I talk to them, one color for when I invite them, and one color for when they sign up. And if they're not highlighted that color, then I know I still need to talk to them. But honestly, no.
Yeah. I was the same way, between the ACT and the Teamzy and the Google Streak and all that stuff. I am not that person. The best tracking system to me is the Success Club system tracking sheet that Kim Carver just came out with. That's gold, and it simplifies everything. And there's a huge look on the back. If you guys don't know, there's 2 pages to that bad boy, and there's a place where you can add all your information to everyone that you talk to. Not saying that Teamzy and ACT and all those things doesn't work, because I know a lot of people have success with them.
I was going to say real quick, this is what I do. I have just a folder. And I use several things because I have my things, the Success Club tracker. But what I do is sometimes I write it on that, and sometimes I print out other ones. But regardless of what happens, I make sure I always still do this. But I have other trackers that look pretty, and I use it. But I always make sure at the end of the day or at the end of the week that that thing is filled out, because they said, that's key.
It is key, and it's so simple and easy to use. It just takes the guesswork out of everything. Any more questions? All right. Are you guys ready for a selfie? You're welcome. Okay, we're going to stop the recording. So thanks for watching the recording.